Hey guys, welcome to practice. In honour of Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, I wanted to offer a practice that just allowed us to soften into some of those difficult places, to practice self-acceptance, and just to notice how we can actually include in our experience some of the things that we find challenging. And what I mean by including them is just hold them within awareness, not necessarily solving those problems, but just seeing if we can soften the way within awareness that we're holding them. And that's really one of the benefits of mindfulness, is that it's not going to change your circumstances, but what it might do is just allow you to hold your circumstances with a slightly different mindset. The skills of mindful awareness are those skills of acceptance and of welcoming. And as human beings, we tend to come face to face with the things that we don't like, the things that we're challenged by, and we push them away, or we resist them, or we resent them. And that can actually cause us more suffering. So one of the gifts of mindfulness is it just allows us to see things as they are, to notice there's actually a resource within us, the awareness resource, which allows us to hold these things without doing that, without resisting, without judging, without complaining. And it sometimes gets us to have a slightly different look at what's there, and to realize that actually amongst all of it, we're okay. We might come into connection with a sense of strength or stillness or centeredness. And I think for many people that practice meditation and mindfulness, that's something that they really enjoy about the practice. It's like this sanctuary we can come back to and just get a sense of, okay, what's real, what's actually here, and can I be with it in a different way? So if that sounds good, we're going to head into our practice. So just allowing the eyes to close, dropping in as usual on the breath, feeling the feet on the floor, allowing your practice to meet you like welcoming back an old friend, smiling from the doorstep, welcoming the practice in, breath into body, the familiar journey, and just embracing the awareness of this inhale, practicing allowing the breath to fall into the body and to fall through the body, allowing awareness to flow all the way to the toes and the fingertips, to the tip of every hair, to the ears, the elbows, the knees, the shins, the hips, the eyes. Breathing into all of it and just assembling, remembering, allowing the body to appear. Allowing the body to appear in awareness, knowing that this practice of mindfulness is really a commitment to drop in with kindness into this human experience and just explore it without any other success measures other than showing up. And we all did that. So just being curious, what's here? And sometimes when we ask the question, what's here, from a place of spaciousness, a moment of stillness, a moment where we have said enough to our to-do list and given ourselves these minutes of presence. Sometimes when we say what's here, we might notice some things that are here that we've been resisting, that we've been saying no thank you to, or perhaps that we've even been fearing might feel too much if we allowed ourselves to feel them. And so we remind ourselves that we can both open and close, and we're always at choice. We might choose to open a little bit more to see what is there. And if it ever feels too much, we might close a little bit. We might come back to the feet on the floor. We might come back to the breath in the body. So being your own guide, being your own leader, just making space to bring into awareness, are there struggles here that we've been resisting, denying? And from this grounded seat of our practice, does it feel okay to include them just maybe 2% more in our awareness? We might remind ourselves that in this situation and all situations, we're doing the best we can. So not judging whether we can open and whether we can't, but just noticing what feels right for today. And if it still feels okay, maybe just opening another 2% more. Noticing that the heart is here with us, the heart always accompanying our practice with the beat of its own drum, but also the power of its electromagnetic force. The heart being the most powerful electromagnetic organ in the body, more powerful than the brain. And so we are never alone here in this experience. And perhaps we can just allow some of our challenges to be present with us, to sit down with us, to break bread with us. We can welcome these aspects of our circumstances and just include them in the broader vision of our life. Perhaps reminding ourselves that we have everything we need, that we can always ask for help, and that there are others that suffer just like us. And so just noticing what's there, perhaps even just noticing one or two things that you haven't done yet that could help you take care of this situation, or help you take care of yourself through this situation. Just breathing into an open awareness of that. What else might you do to look after yourself through this? Without judging the situation, opening to your own resources, the creativity of your deep internal wisdom. And just listening, what is my next right move? Not needing to know all of the steps that lie ahead, but just this next one. Breathing here. These moments of breath are never wasted. They allow the body to digest and integrate our experience. They allow the watercolors of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations to find their way through the body and being. They allow ourselves to remember ourselves. And they allow ourselves to appreciate ourselves for showing up, for doing the work, for our commitment to presence and self-love. These practices which then help us be more effective, more loving, more impactful in our contributions to the world. Coming back just gradually as we draw the threads of this practice together. Noticing the weight of the body, the flow of the breath, the rhythm of the breath. And in your very own time, allowing your eyes to reopen. So I hope you found that practice useful. Do look after yourselves this week, and I can't wait to see you next time. See you then. Bye.